Welcome back to another episode of Under the Sun and Moon.
Under the Sun and Moon Eats.
Under the Sun and Moon Eats.
With Kes and Michelle.
I'm Kes.
I'm Michelle. It is Wednesday. It is the equinox.
Is it or is it tomorrow?
Well, it's September 21st.
Oh, you're right.
So to me,
God.
when it's the 21st
It's fall.
of December, March, June, or September, it's either an equinox or a solstice. Even though sometimes it's technically like on the 22nd or something. But
It's like midnight of...
it's the equinox. Technically, whatever day it falls on, it's from sunset to sunset.
Oh, okay.
So the day, it doesn't start like at sunrise.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's sunset tonight
So,
to sunset tomorrow?
autumnal equinox.
Autumnal. I love that word.
I do too. Technically it's technically tomorrow.
Okay. Who cares? It's fall.
Right. It's fall. It's close enough. Although you can see I have a sweater on, but it's very lightweight.
Yes. And I'm wearing a tank top.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And I have the air conditioning set to 68. So.
And I'm wearing jeans.
And a tank top. Yeah, so this is it's pretty much what it's like. Your dad would have been wearing work boots and shorts and probably a t-shirt.
Right. Because that was...
Pretty much his gear.
It's kind of funny because there's this other like trend thing where people show like different types of styles that they have, and like, you know how in video games it's like choose your character kind of thing. They will do that and just like show the different like outfits that they wear. So like with Dad it would be t-shirt, shorts, and work boots. Or another one would be t-shirt, shorts, and sneakers. And then another one would be sweatshirt, jeans, and sneakers.
Well, for Dad it was sweatshirt, jeans, and work boots.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah. He worked outside a lot. A lot.
And if he wasn't working outside, he was playing outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like hiking and...
Yeah.
I think he found fun in doing yard work.
He loved mowing the lawn because he grew up in an apartment. He grew up in multiple places that were never his. His parents never had a home. They always had like an apartment, or he lived with his grandparents. And so when we bought our first house, the thing he was most excited about was buying a lawnmower and mowing his own lawn. He felt like that was a status symbol.
When he got his zero turn...
Oh. Over the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people complain about like their partners and stuff being like, oh, like I'm gonna lose like months, or they're gonna lose months of their life to like a video game or like computer, and I'm like, no, my dad's mowing the lawn.
Or washing his motorcycle.
Or washing his motorcycle.
Which actually was a pet peeve of mine, because he spent a lot of time cleaning his bike, and I'd be like, dude, this is boring. You need to stop and do something else. He liked washing the car too, which unfortunately means that the car now is filthy.
Oh yeah.
Since he got sick and passed away, because no one cleans it like he did, and he enjoyed it, and I hate it.
I try.
My dream someday is to have enough money to pay someone else to clean the car. I don't have the time.
I clearly don't have the skill, because every time I try and wash the car, it's always streaky.
The windows.
The windows.
The sides of the car.
The windows to the store.
Maybe that's why I want to buy a car wash.
Because I can't do it. Because I can't wash stuff.
I really miss the full service car washes that we used to have in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was nice.
There's nothing like that around here. There might be, like, if we drove up to Clifton Park or Saratoga where all the rich people live.
Sure, but
there's nothing like that here.
No. I remember
And if
Dad...
there were, I couldn't afford it anyway.
Yeah. Dad and I remember we would go to the car wash like once a week, which was pretty easy because in Cincinnati...
It was right nearby.
It was right nearby, but not only that...
Sweating.
Sorry. Not only that, but weather in Cincinnati. I think we've talked about this before.
Uh-huh.
Like during the winter, it would still hit like the 30s or something like that.
Yeah, it never got cold.
Yeah, no.
Never got bitterly cold.
I was getting ready to text my best friend in Cincinnati, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I want to tell her just how like sweltering it is up here, but it's 78 degrees. And she's gonna be like, that's cold or something like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No.
So what are we talking about today?
No idea. There's so many things to talk about. Yeah, we're supposed to pick a topic.
I know.
So your oats are good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Something that kind of ties to last week that I wanted to talk about.
Do tell.
Routine.
Okay, routine.
Yeah. Because we were talking about like traditions and things like that.
Yeah.
And literally after I turned off the camera, I looked at you and I was like, I was gonna bring up the differences between traditions and routines.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some relation, but they're generally pretty different things, I think.
Yeah, a routine I think is generally by day or by week.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a daily routine that you follow. Or people have a routine for Monday through Friday and then maybe nothing for Saturday. I don't know, it depends. Or Saturday you have a routine and it may not be the same routine as Sunday because the weekends are treated differently.
Yeah.
Oh, which brings up another topic, but we'll move on to that another time.
Okay.
And that's people moving on to the 4-day work week.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
a good one to talk about.
I think routine is also necessary. We crave it. We need it as humans
Yeah.
because it keeps us on path.
I think.
Without it, people seem to go haywire,
Yeah. Which is interesting.
especially children.
Yeah. Because they need something to keep themselves occupied
Well,
as part
I
of
don't
it.
think it's occupation. I think they get off kilter, if there's no routine. There's no. I'm making tea.
Mom's out of frame.
There's no regular bedtime. There's no regular wake-up time. That can be really, really bad for children. And one of the things that setting a routine for kids does is it teaches them to self-regulate, which is really important.
Yeah. I feel, well actually, fun fact, I started therapy again. That's fun.
Is that a fun fact?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's fun
Okay,
because
cool.
I really like therapy. And I hadn't had it in a while.
Is it therapy or is it counseling?
I think it would fall more under counseling, but it still uses...
Now I'm getting a teacup.
It still
So I step over the pyramid of Play-Doh on the floor.
I think it falls more under counseling, but I think it's therapeutic in the sense of using techniques to regulate oneself again, because...
Sure, yeah. Like she talked to you about what?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. It's a
Mindfulness. I need that tattooed on me somewhere, just mindfulness.
not really, but yeah.
No, I know, but I noticed, like, because I am Dad's child, I'm yours too, but just hear me out, like.
I'm not.
No, I know, but because I am Dad's child, I fall more into the type B side of things when it comes to organization, scheduling, routine stuff.
Yep.
Like, I am more likely to not follow those things, even though I really, really try.
He followed them for work and things like that. He just, not like I follow them. Just different,
Like, it was really nice. One of the reasons I miss college is because of the scheduling. I miss having that type of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always knew, I was like, okay, I have classes at this time, and this time. I know what to fill the spaces in between with if I have that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the day is pretty much just kind of flows. Like I just already know what to do.
But since we opened the store and we have regular hours for the store.
I've been terrible at it, I feel like.
Terrible at what?
Terrible at, like, regulating myself to work on a schedule that I made or you made or things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
But we have to be open at a certain time. We
I know.
close at a certain time.
I know, but within...
It's the same thing every week.
Right, but within those hours,
Mhm.
I have a hard time doing stuff.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I even mentioned it to...
I've complained to you about it.
I know. I've mentioned it to my counselor, being like, I flat out told her, I was like, I don't know if it's ADHD, I don't know if it's a thing that, like, is just part of my anxiety, like, I can't seem to pull myself out of this space of literally being so stuck with the things that I know I need to do that I don't know what to do, and then I shut down.
Mm.
She's like, I'm pretty convinced that it's not ADHD.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But I am convinced that it's anxiety related and specifically centering around mindfulness.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a bunch of reasons,
Mhm.
but being able to, like, I feel like I'm pretty okay at holding myself accountable. Like, if I know I don't do something, I'm like, yeah, like, I screwed up. Like, I definitely should have done that thing, kind of thing. But when it comes to actually doing something, first of all, I'm terrible at organizing my tasks. And that's one of the reasons that I don't do as much as I want to. Like, not even nearly as much as I want to.
You know, the interesting thing is, though, you've purchased many calendars and planners and
Mhm.
tried different techniques,
Yeah,
and none of them seem to speak to you in any way.
no. Like,
So-
I tried bullet journaling.
Yeah.
I have my planner that I generally write stuff down in.
Mm-hmm. You definitely need a planner with time slots.
Oh,
We found
yeah.
that having
Uh-huh.
bullet journaling and working from a blank page, terrible for her.
Uh-huh. It's like, I don't even know.
Mhm.
But I like the planner I have now because, like, I've written in the time slots, but it gives me the days, it gives me, like, a to-do list thing at the bottom, like,
Mhm.
it gives me something to actually organize my stuff in.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I feel like I can't do very well, is just organize my time. Because I don't know how to do it.
Well, you also avoid the things that you don't want to do.
Yeah, because, yeah.
And I either front load the things I don't want to do, because then I can just get them done, and then I have something to look forward to. But with school, because I'm in graduate school and I'm doing classes and online, and we have the store, and I work for the planning board, and I sew, I found that the easiest thing for me to do is take each activity in chunks instead of dedicating an entire day to one thing, because that gets boring even for me.
Right.
So I'll do like 2 hours or an hour and a half here and an hour and a half there, and in between take a little break, which is probably what most people should be doing.
Right. Because
I'm actually going to be starting a full-time job. Like, I don't already have a full-time job, but I'm actually going to be starting hopefully a full-time job soon. And the thing that I'm most worried about is like having to sit at a chair, like, you know,
Yeah.
and work for basically 3.5 hours, 3 3/4 hours straight, and then take a break and then do it again,
Yeah.
because that's just counterintuitive.
That's one of the things that
Definitely going to need a standing desk.
That's one of the things that I don't miss about working, like, at the grocery store, the bookstore, things like that, is like having the set amount of hours to do one thing, take a break, and then go back to have another set of hours just to do the same things over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
It's
just,
monotonous.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was talking to my
I don't
counselor.
think anybody enjoys that kind of thing.
No.
Oh, sorry. Keep talking.
Where are you going now?
I'm making oatmeal.
Mom is now also making oats.
I have a mug.
You're gonna throw off the focus.
Sorry. Did I do that?
A little bit.
Oopsie.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
folks.
It's okay. It's on automatic.
Sorry.
Sorry,
kid.
I think that one of the things that I feel like has helped me.
Jump over the pyramid of Play-Doh.
I'm sorry. I think one of the things that has helped me in particular with keeping a routine is kindly getting my ass up in the morning and going for a workout.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Because it also, like, builds up, endorphins and gives you some energy to get going for the day.
Right.
That maybe you need that.
Right. Because I feel like I have issues with energy anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I just
it's
feel
hard,
like,
isn't it?
yeah. And I know that this isn't specifically what we're talking about right now, but when it comes to, especially after Dad passed away, and I was we were both deep into our grief.
Yeah.
That, I think the only way I kind of survived was by setting a routine.
Sure.
Because I didn't have a social life, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to class, I got up, ate breakfast, went to class, went back to my room to do work, went to class again, went to the gym, then went back to my room and just all by myself.
Right.
I set up a routine.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I still have a hard time with it.
With the routine? Establishing your own routine.
Yeah. Because, I feel like I said, I've started to, again, get up and work out in the mornings. I've started, meditating at night or reading a book or journaling.
Do you like that? Does that work?
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Okay, so that
It's the in-betweens I don't know what to do
Okay,
with.
so obviously there are parts of your routine that work,
Mm-hmm.
and there are parts of your routine that do not work.
Yes.
Stepping over the pyramid of Play-Doh.
I will take care of it. I'm sorry. I'm 23 years old, and there's a pyramid of Play-Doh on the floor.
They're in the cans.
They're in the cans, but it's still a pyramid of Play-Doh.
And you constructed this pyramid with a 31-year-old.
I did. You're right. I don't care what people say. Play-Doh's a great stress relief.
Oh, it is, yeah. You took my can, right? I don't have.
They're
my
all
can.
over on the floor. All of
I
them.
was using it in last week's podcast. Though.
I know. Yeah, that's when you made the little bug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have parts of my routine that work. I feel like this episode's become therapy for me. But I can't figure out how to. I guess that's my problem generally is I can't figure out how to work. Because I can do everything else around it. I just can't sit down and do the things that I know I need to do.
But do you have those things written into your calendar?
No.
Why don't you try that?
I should.
Actually say, this is the time for editing photos.
Mm-hmm. This is the time.
This is the time for a break.
Yeah. And this is the time for.
This is the time for vacuuming and mopping the store.
I was gonna say working on the online shop, but okay.
This is a break. This is the time for working on the online shop. This is time for a break. This is the time to put new price tags on items that need to be relabeled.
We're right.
Oh, I know them, right?
I just don't like the vacuuming part. I know I need a vacuum.
Yeah, we really do.
But what do you find helpful for you to keep to a routine? Because I feel like you do it really naturally.
Getting up at a regular time every day.
Mm-hmm.
If I oversleep, I'm completely messed up for the entire day. Sometimes I can't help it though. If I don't sleep at night, then
That's what I did yesterday.
yeah, and it messed you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and going to bed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I've Like, I set my alarm for the same time every day, even if it's the weekend.
Like your grandmother will go to bed at 11 or 11:30 at night, and I can do it too, but I found that I do better if I go to bed by 10.
I'm usually...
Maybe even 9:30.
I'm usually in bed by 10:30.
Yeah, I think that's even too late for me to get up at a regular time, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult because there are things that I have no control over, like brushing my teeth or washing my face or taking a shower.
Sure.
Or doing laundry, But
How are yours?
I don't know. I think you're right. I guess I just mentally keep myself on track.
Yeah.
I do have 28 years more experience than you.
Oh, I know. But, like, that's something that I've appreciated, too, is being able to watch you do it so easily. I'm like, oh, I can do it, too. I can't very well, but I'm trying. But, yeah, I always remember seeing you, like, at work or even at home, just, like, naturally just do stuff. And...
I will say this, I need tasks.
Uh-huh. You don't sit and
because
do
if
nothing.
because if I don't have anything to do, I get bored way too easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to create tasks for myself.
Like, you are not a sit down and watch TV kind of person.
No, something else is always going on.
You're sitting and the TV's on in the background, but you're like
Doing homework.
You're doing
Crocheting.
Yeah, you're doing homework, you're crocheting, you're playing a word game, like
Searching for fabrics for a client.
you're Googling the celebrities that are in the TV show that you're watching.
Yeah, or where it was filmed, or who the costume person was, to see who did the wardrobe for that show. Yeah. I can't just sit and watch.
Yeah. Which I've also learned
Which is probably why I don't go to the movies.
Which I've also learned that I can't do very well. Unless, here's the thing, I can't do it by myself, but if I am sitting and watching something with someone else, I can do it because I know I can turn to that person and talk about what's happening. But I actually saw a TikTok that I thought was really relatable.
More TikToks.
More TikToks. And it's this person who, like, did a funny skit thing where it's like, they're having a conversation with themselves, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna go play a game, and they're like, okay, cool, and then 10 minutes later, they're playing a game, reading a book, they're scrolling through social media, they're doing all these things at once, and they're talking to themselves, they're like, what are you doing? And they're like, I can't be understimulated because then I will, like, have anxiety about something, whether it's real or not, but I can't be overstimulated to where I feel like I'm not doing anything.
That's a different thing altogether.
Oh, I know that's a different thing altogether.
Um,
But I catch myself doing those things.
I was raised to believe that television was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Television was very strictly controlled. For the most part, I wasn't allowed to watch TV. There weren't a lot of movies on TV when I was a kid in the 70s. And if they were 20 years old or more. And so I was always told television was the devil of an idle mind. So I think I do things while the TV is on because I feel guilty sitting and watching it.
Oh, okay.
What you're talking about with this TikTok is a prime example of what's going on in the world today related to the internet, which means that people's attention spans have shrunk down to like mere seconds. I think we're now at like 7.5 seconds is the average attention span.
That is not good.
Not for me.
I feel like
But I don't watch TikTok. I don't do Twitter. She knows I hate videos on Instagram. Hate them, and I especially hate the weird music that people put to them. I usually listen to videos. I don't listen to videos. I mute the sound on them. So if you send me a video, you have to tell me that I need to listen to it in order to hear something because I always have the volume off.
I feel like
It's always too loud too. But anyway, that's what I hear when you talk to me about this person is that they have an attention span issue that needs to be addressed. I think people are going to start going to therapy. Or they're going to start to develop techniques to increase people's attention span.
I feel like I don't have that problem
No,
necessarily.
that's not your problem.
No. I just think, like...
Your husband?
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel like the reason that I relate to it is because I find myself doing all these things at once because I can't figure out what to do.
That's not always the case.
No, because on the other extreme, I do nothing because I can't figure out what to do. You know what I mean?
I don't see that.
What do you say?
Well, when you're doing photography, you're focused.
Yes.
When you're editing photos, you're very, very focused.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you avoid the things you don't want to do.
Document.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I am working on it.
Okay, I hear you.
If I say it more often, I'll believe it. I'm kidding. But, you know what's kind of ironic?
Mm-mm.
I have such a hard time trying to find a routine that works for me and stick to said routine. But I will give crap to someone else who has zero routine.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is, point your finger. True.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't understand how people can go through life with nothing. Like, I'm sorry.
Hello, pot. The kettle's black.
I know. I'm sorry, but my best friend that's here in this state, like, God, they just don't, like, have anything that's, like, set to work for them.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts.
I gotcha. I hear that.
But yeah, so I'm a hypocrite, I know.
Oh, jeez.
But actually, but nothing.
Is that?
I don't think so. I never mean to be rude about. Actually, when they see this episode, you know that I'm never intentionally being an ass to you. But that doesn't mean that I also. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. I'm not. But it does drive me nuts.
We need to get over that.
I know.
It's hard.
Mhm.
But,
I think it's a control thing.
oh, yeah. Gotta let people be people.
I know. I just have a hard time with it.
So routine.
So routine. I have some of it.
Mm-hmm. Is this an attempt at routine?
Yeah, I think so.
Every single morning that we're in the store, so 5 out of 7 days a week, she would normally pick me up and then say, have you eaten any breakfast? And I will say,
Yes,
and then she will tell me that she needs to leave to get something to eat.
because I have not eaten
Right. And we don't open the store until 11 a.m. So I'm always like, you need to eat something at home
it. Mm-hmm.
or be more prepared. I mean,
Prepare.
what time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 8.
Okay.
I get up at 8, right? I get up at 8. I, like, use the bathroom, brush my teeth, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Throw my running clothes on or my yoga clothes on. Work out for 30 to 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, I shower, and then that usually takes like 20 minutes. So at this point we're at like 9:20-ish. I get dressed, I do my hair, I guess. I don't really do it, I just brush it.
Yeah, I don't do my hair. I don't do my hair either.
Yeah, I'll throw some makeup on if I feel like it. And then that's probably like 9:45 or something.
Okay.
And then the rest of the time, like today, I came and got you.
Right, but we came in early today. We were here by 10 to do this.
Right. For the rest of the time, usually when it happens to be like a day that we come in at 11, usually I will try and eat something. Like I'll have like a breakfast bar or something like that, and I'll sit and I'll just like relax before I go into work, and then I'll come get you.
But a breakfast bar, sorry, I have food in my mouth, is clearly not enough
No.
because you keep coming in hungry. You need a real breakfast. Like I eat
Yeah.
sausage and hash browns almost every morning, except for today.
So for today we have oats.
I have oatmeal with pecans in them. Or pecans,
Cans.
as I have always said, until we moved to Cincinnati, and they were like, they're called pecans.
Can you not say it like that, please?
Mm. Well,
You're always.
yeah, you're funny.
I know.
So, it sounds like you've got some beginnings and ends to your routine, but you're looking for something in the middle.
Yeah.
And that involves forcing yourself to do the things that you don't want to do.
Which I feel like I've never been very good at. What do you think?
I think you're struggling with the same thing that everyone struggles with.
What's that?
That there are just things throughout the day, routine things, that none of us want to do.
Yeah.
How many people out there want to clean the toilet?
Nobody. I'm pretty sure it's nobody.
Right?
No one wants to fold the laundry, no one wants to do the dishes, things like that.
Right. I don't want to mow the lawn.
I don't want to vacuum.
She does not want to vacuum, and she certainly does not want to mop. But it has to get done.
I know.
And I don't have the time
I know.
to do it. But I think that that's just a normal thing that everyone struggles with. What you need to do is actually write it down and make yourself do these things. So if you did them more regularly, you would probably perfect them, and they wouldn't be as annoying. You know, you'd have your own way of approaching the task.
Right.
So there we are, routines.
Here we are. Yeah.
Are there things about routine that you like?
I like that having a routine makes me feel more successful. It makes me, like, I really...
Because you can check things off a list.
Uh-huh.
That's a really good one for a lot of people.
Yeah. I want to thrive on the ability to be productive. And it drives my anxiety through a wall when I feel like I'm not.
Well, you need to stop judging yourself for that.
I know.
Just saying.
I know, you're just saying. So, Mom's gonna bid us farewell. But I think this might be a good place to stop.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we kind of had closing remarks, right?
We did.
So, as Mom literally sips her tea.
The elixir of life.
So,
this has been another episode of Under the Sun and Moon podcast. I'm Michelle.
and I'm Kes.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.